Israel is not the enemy of the Palestinian people. Israel is not the enemy of the Arab people. Israel cares for the Palestinian people more than their own leadership cares. Actually, Palestinian leaderships want Palestinian people to die, and that's a reality. It has been like this for so many years. Mahmoud Abbas wants to look the good guy. How? By making Hamas look uglier. The uglier Hamas looks, the more terrorists they are, the more moderate he has become. People were full of hatred, they wanted to blame somebody that led Palestinians from disaster to a disaster, thought that Israel was their problem. They still don't see this. We need to accept the reality on the ground. This is the easiest way towards peace. But Palestinian leaderships want the impossible. Why? Because they want the conflict to continue. And I was part of this delusion, that Israel was the cause for our misery. So we grew up, buying hatred and projecting hatred. I disagreed with the majority of the Palestinian people, which came at very high personal expense. And I choose to stay an honest witness for my own truth. My sense of responsibility towards, first of all, my people. I'm not promoting for Israel, the ones who have not experienced what I experienced within Hamas leadership. And I'm very familiar with their minds, with their ambition, and with their mistakes, how they misled the Palestinian people. But Israel, to me, at the end of the day, is a democratic country. I prefer democracy over dictatorships. Israel is the only true democratic model in the region. This is a fact, and this is a reality. And what we need actually for the region is more models of Israel. And so many other ethics and values of the Israeli constitution makes the country advanced and livable, and people from every path of life can coexist with each other. There are Arabs in Israel. They're citizens of the state of Israel. They have rights. They have members in the Knesset, even though they don't serve in the army. Where are the Jews of the Arab countries? But in the meantime, let's see how many synagogues, in the Arab world. Where are the synagogues in Jordan, in Iraq, in Saudi Arabia, and other Gulf countries? There is nothing. There are no Jews. And the world talks about the Palestinian refugees. And we ask question, how about the Jewish refugees, who left everything, their property, their gold, their money, and they lost everything. There is definitely a double standard in the way we are discussing the reality of the Middle East.
Absolutely. But how did you come to this mindset? Because that is an extraordinary transformation. You were and still are the son of one of the founding members of Hamas. You know Hamas inside out. You know the Palestinian leadership. You know how that your mind was poisoned to believe such a narrative. And now you have a completely different perspective. What was the trigger that actually transformed your mindset and saw the truth as you see it?
It's by observation, This is what science is all about. We observe and we make sense of what we see. And there are facts. You cannot deny them. Of course, people in their political delusion, they can deny things, and they can accuse Israel, and they can praise the predator, The people can say whatever they want to say. I am responsible for my words, and I speak with the authority of my experience and first-hand observation of the reality, knowing Hamas leadership, knowing Palestinian Authority leadership, and knowing that they are the enemies of the Palestinian people. And every now and then they start a war. So for me, you ask me what triggered that? It's an evolution. It's like we grew up witnessing the first Palestinian Intifada. And during the first Palestinian Intifada, I was next to a cemetery, and we witnessed death on a daily basis. And as children, we thought Israel was responsible for that. Not knowing the truth that Palestinian leaderships sent children, instead of going to schools, they forced them to go and confront with the IDF. And they sent suicide bombers, and they sent all type of individuals to commit terrorist attacks, killing civilians. Started by stabbing with a knife, with a gun, and eventually it became suicide bombing attacks with the name of nationalism. That by doing this, we're going to emancipate ourselves from what's so-called occupation. Israel has the power to invade, destroy most of the Arab capitals in a matter of hours, if they want to. But they are not doing it. If the picture was the opposite, if any Arab country had the power Israel has, they wouldn't hesitate of destroying the state of Israel.